The humans could not hear the hum. And that which was so essential to mine, and all other, species, in a world where losing our connection to the spanning galactic rhythm was akin to losing a limb, could not be perceived by our new friend. To say it was a shock to all of us when the first human ambassador asked what the hum was would be downplaying the event. We had thought that the ambassador's deficiency was a unique case, but when we inquired further, the revelation had stunned us all. I distinctly remember a swelling mix of pity and sympathy welling up inside me for them. To lose that intimate coupling we had with the eternal beat of the universe, the soft tinkle of waterfalls upon our skins, or the buzzing, vibrant bass of fire, would drive many insane. But I suppose they can't miss what they never had in the first place. They were an entire race of cripples. While normally put in a more elegant way, this was essentially the point of every xenophobic fantasy. Their lack of perception towards our universal constant. It had fostered discontent with some selected members in our civilization. The humans were welcomed in the Commonwealth with open arms without concern, but the stares of open pity from everyone, everywhere, were obvious nonetheless. I do not think that any of us noticed the unobservable, faint shift of the hum when we were near the ambassador. Too quiet to notice, too insignificant to care. The piteous stares continued until the humans invited us to their planet. Lush and ample and green, the planet was beautiful. One of the few rare, naturally occurring planets that could sustain and develop life. Of course, the planet was also emitting a chaotic, disorganized hum that knocked out most of the crew who were sensitive to the hum. The galaxy had probably shifted their stance from piteous sympathy to amazed concern. We first had thought that a precursor race had built something grandiose here. Nothing else could explain the discordant beating hum, discharging itself from the planet and around the black expanse around it. Since the dawn of our civilization, we have never been able to change the embedded tone of the universe. But with this revelation came the frantic pouring of resources into this long-dismissed, almost paranormal subject. We had swiftly sent down our best and brightest, armed with the best hum-dampening equipment to find the source of this disruption. Of course, the research team was led to the most highly populated cities on Earth, and of course, no matter how deep they dug, or how wide they burrowed, they never found the fantastical technology they were searching for. Our questions were answered when humanity began spreading outwards, fragmentedly, to other planets. Suddenly, the planets they were settling on also distorted the hum itself, though substantially quieter than Earth's. We watched with great interest as each planet they were on developed slightly different rhythms and patterns. Some were more frantic, while some were more mellow. Further testing, by importation of a massive amount of humans, had only amounted to more of this disordered melody and wasted money, and so the Commonwealth left the experiments behind. That was until the first human civil war. The core was buried under lies and half-lies, something about resources. What was important was that the hum, for the first time, had changed. No longer did the hum sing out its usual song, but a frightening, methodical beat that grew more frantic as the civil war progressed. The explosions of ships indicated a monstrous note. The shattering of planets left the universal melody tainted with screeches. The cries of countless souls, the clanging of metal, and the howls of ferociousness haunted the dreams of all as we were forced to listen to humanity's piece, ugly and anarchic. So disturbed were we that the Commonwealth had responded with immediate intervention with overwhelming force, forcibly stopping the conflict. The faint echoes of charred corpses and weeping orphans reverberate within our skulls still. Humanity and the galaxy had grown cold and distant after that, the Commonwealth eyeing its old ally with not exactly a rational fear. The hum, before the humans arrived, had never done this, and so with cautious glances did we observe them all, perhaps finally aware of their true nature, a hideous cruelty only revealed by the omnipresent hum. Let it be known that this is not the case, for today I have learned true beauty. On our first battle against the swarm, the familiar rhythmic drumbeat was heard once again upon the horizon, but this time tinged with something more, something I could not describe in word alone. The fierce bass of determination, the steady beat of honour, a faint melody of hope as sweet as the summer air itself. On their second battle, the humans had officially united. The discordant individual beats we have familiarised ourselves with the humans built upon itself, turning it into something more, something beautiful. The entirety of the Commonwealth looked teary-eyed towards the battlefield. Those who had opposed aiding the humans quickly changed their tones when confronted by their new verse. And today, On what might be our last battle, we stand united against the countless swarm. The hum had transformed itself into an ensemble. Each man we lost posted a new, valiant note against the now dreary background of the universe. Each ship lost a hopeful blare against the hopeless, and each planet lost created a frantic, determined harmony that drove us even further. Together, we make our own masterpiece within the cosmos. If I dwelled on it, I might have regretted that we had not made this sooner, but I suppose we can't miss what we never had in the first place, a true alliance of bonds forged out of steel. I do not know if we might survive, whether if this might lead to the start of a brave new world, or become the dauntless swan song of dead civilizations. All I know is that I'm glad to stand side by side with these deaf humans, unable to ever hear their own magnum opus.